Welcome everybody to a first look at Into the Breach. After our stream last night, and now I have a little bit more practice in it, I wanted to make a separate video. This is the latest game from Subset Games, the makers of FTL, and Into the Breach definitely follows similar cues in terms of its progression curve and the core gameplay loop as well in terms of feedback. And I think it may run into similar issues in terms of its difficulty, but this is certainly a completely different design compared to that, and features more turn-based strategy meets puzzle. And I would like to thank developers for giving me a press key to check out. But the story is that we are time travelers trying to save what's left of the Earth from the alien race or monsters known as the Vec. And to do so, we are going to have to send our teams back in time to try and keep the timeline safe. So, the game, similar to FTL, features several layers of persistence over the course of each play. First off, you have a time traveler. And the time traveler is a named character who each one of these has one unique ability that they start with, and then they unlock two additional ones as they level up. But you can only take one back with you, and then they will start with whatever their special is. Now we look over here, we have our team. And the squad here determines what three mechs you're going to start with. And your mechs are going to be both your units as well as your tools of what you can and can't do. And you unlock them by earning coins, which is done by completing achievements. There are generic achievements over here that any team can earn. Then there are squad-based achievements over here. So we're going to do with the Rift Walkers, as they are the basic squad, and they're the ones that you're going to start out with. So if we look down here, you can also change the color as you unlock different ones. Each mech, you can also rename them, has a different primary weapon, as well as starting stats and movement. And of course you can play the game on normal, hard, and so on. So let's go. Alright. So, let's go over what we're looking at. The game is built around, at the moment, 4 islands. Each island has a different environment type, and different Vex who can show up. You start out with just Island 1 unlocked, and as you play through and keep winning islands, you unlock more. This allows you to start at later ones, and gives you a little bit more variety in terms of what your campaign will be. And the campaign of Into the Breach is a lot more dynamic compared to FTL. But, up here we have your corporate reputation. This unlocks stuff at the quote-unquote shop once you finish an island. Reactor cores, which are critical to upgrading your mechs, and the power grid, which is essentially your life. Every time a building gets hurt, you lose 1 point. If it runs out over the course of the campaign, you lose. And then if you can get up to full power and then earn more, you'll be able to improve the defense and get a chance of the the power grid surviving or not taking damage. So at least you have your saved people. This is essentially for your score. So we're going to start over here. And we're going to go. So here's how it's going to work. Each mission is dynamically built for you. And they come with different rewards. So just surviving will not get you anything. But if we do these missions, we'll be able to unlock more stars, which will let us buy more stuff, or more power, which will let us survive longer. It basically goes like this. A 1-star mission is easy, 2 stars normal, and then 1 reward is easy, 2 rewards is normal, 3 rewards is hard. And sometimes there'll be additional modifiers like tidal waves coming in, a train we have to defend, stuff like that, to make things extra challenging. Every time we complete a mission, more missions become unlocked, until there are no more missions available, which will then spawn the final mission for the island. It sounds a lot more complex than it is. So there's our main guy. And he will unlock more stuff as the timeline, as we keep playing with him. And then these two don't really do much. They're just like normal characters. So I'm going to choose Antiquity Row. And you can see what the level is going to be. Alright, so we have Proximity Mines, which is another new factor. These red arrows are where enemies are going to pop up. So let's do it. Oh boy. Alright, so here's what's going to happen. We can drop our mechs into this zone. And we can only move them from here. So our combat mech is our close range heavy. He can punch units and send them backwards. Our tank or cannon mech is the long range and can shoot something and also knock them back. And the artillery is super long range, and his shots can also knock enemies around. And knockback is a critical part of Into the Breach. Now, this guy, the Scion here, is providing a modifier towards these units. So we'll have to deal with them. Our mission is to either kill them all in 5 turns, or kill them all, or just survive. Oop. He just did something very stupid. Alright, so these guys are going to be coming out of their hole here in the next turn. If there's any units on top, when this happens, they will block the spawn, and they will take 1 point of damage. Alright. So he is going to try and spit. He's trying to attack there. So the good news is because they're trying to attack him, they're not attacking the buildings. So I'm going to move him over here. And we're going to try and put a delay. Let's see. That will knock him out of the way. He's going to attack no matter what. We'll move him down here and shoot him. So he's going to take 2 points of damage. Ooh. I gotta be careful. Oh, he just killed himself. That's good. I can kill him. Uh-oh, they are popping out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use knockback to kill both of these guys. So I'm going to do 1 damage to him, send him 4, and kill him. Good. I'm going to back Ralph up. I'm going to heal him. Because as long as he has 1 point of health at the end of the mission, we're golden. I'll move him up here, because I maybe need to do some major knockbacking. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, actually, I should have healed him. That was my bad. Alright, he's attacking that. He got knocked out. Alright. And controlling spawns is a very big deal. Don't think there's anything I can do for that. Let's see. Let's see, it's going to send him in there. If a unit runs into something via knockback, it will do additional damage. I don't have the means of stopping it though, that's the problem. Now, I can stop this guy from attacking. But if I move my mech onto the mine, it's going to kill it. And nothing more I can do. So we're going to probably take 1 point of damage. All we have to do is survive one more turn. And we should be good. Uh-oh. Actually, this is good for me. Stop that. Stop that. And this guy will just take the hit. Thankfully, rubble doesn't take damage. And we survived. Good. And then more areas are now unlocked. So getting stars or reputation is very important because it's going to be our easiest way of gaining power cores. Or reactor cores. And the more of those we get, the more we can enhance our mech. Now, once you apply a reactor to a mech, you can't remove it, but you can move them around on that mech. So we're going to head over here. Oh, jeez, come on. Now, the good news is we're going to be able to make use of some advanced strategies here. Here. Okay. As any Vec that are not flying will die. Oh no. Oh, we want to do this. I want to save that pod, but at the same time I also want to blow up the dam. I don't think we have a choice here. Could take the hit. He's not going to be attacking. Well, maybe we'll survive the water. Let's see. Oh. Never mind, we're good. So what I'm going to do is actually knock him into the water, and that kills him. Go to their land base. Uh-oh. We'll do some defense there. Actually, no, scratch that. I can't do that. Because this will work. Him over here. And that one guy is not letting me get through. But fortunately, our artillery is doing some bonus work here. I'm going to take 1 point of damage. him. Alright. Push them in there. We're good there. And now what I'm going to do is pop him. So now they're going to take normal damage. I may have to heal our mech though after all this. Okay, knock him into the water. Jeez. Okay, there, now we gotta be a little bit careful here. Alright. Who needs to go into the water? That's the big question. 2 damage there. I'm not gonna be able to stop everything. Maybe I don't have to. He dies. Hopefully this will work. And boom. Oh! Wait, I can actually do that a little bit better. Gotta use our time travel. Knockback is such a big part of this game. So, let's try this again. You over here. You there. There we go. And there. Now, there is no RNG in terms of what's going to happen on each turn. You are given 100% clarity. But the challenge is how you adapt to what the Vec are doing around you. So because we saved the time pod, we got... Oh, we have a new pilot. And a reactor core. So now he is going to be... for future plays, I can put him on. Now Coral here... These guys just have 2 skills, while the name ones always have 3. So I'm going to put him in here. Gain 1 extra reset turn, and we have 1 power core. So I like to give it to our combat mech to start with, although making buildings immune to grid damage is also really nice. Again, it's all about trying to create a series, or create your own little toolbox of tactics. So I'm going to give this to him. Now he has 5 points of health, and he can be essentially our tank. Alright, so where do we go from here? Oh, and as you can see, we have a bonus for us and a field effect as well. Both of these are going to be annoying. Let's go for this. They want us to protect that. Put you here. Put you there. I don't know how we're going to kill 7 enemies, though. We're going to get very creative. And enemies can hurt each other. That's one of the major strategies you can make use of. Alright. How are we going to do this? I can kill this guy by knocking him into the mountain. That's done. That could work. Come over here. Since him back. We'll take 1 point of damage, but again, mech damage is not as deadly as building damage. Here they come. So I'm gonna try and suck them in there. Alright. And we look over here, you can see how turn orders work. No, I can't do that. That's going to kill him. He's dead. He's dead. Oh, he leveled up, so he unlocked his additional bonus. Now he's going to take an additional point of damage. This guy's not doing anything. But I do need to be careful. Alright, he's not doing anything, so that's good for me. So this guy is still on fire, so he's going to die before he gets a chance to do anything, so that's good for me. Alright. You cannot move after attacking, unfortunately. So I'm just going to kill him. And I'm going to deny that spawn. Put him right there. He's already dead. There's not much I can do here. And again, the game is set up that there are cases where there's just nothing that you can do to stop things from happening. Alright, I can knock them into each other. Like so. So here's what's going to happen. He's going to take 1 point of damage from my tank, an additional point of knockback damage by running to this guy. This guy's going to take knockback from him running to him, and they're both going to die. There we go. And then he's just going to uppercut him, and we got it. And there's a lot of little tricks and mechanics at work into the breach that you're going to have to make use of to have any chance at surviving. Alright, he's been promoted. We unlock 2 more, or we actually just unlock none. This is kind of one of the little tricks you can do as well. As long as, if you do a mission that doesn't unlock something, it keeps things going. But I'm pretty sure that once we do this mission, it's going to lead into the boss. Let's see if I'm right. But this is going to be an easier mission for us. The tidal wave is going to be creating water, which will be killing these Vec as they try to get close. Alright. So as long as they're being pushed into the water here, or into where the waves are coming, we're golden. Alright. So this guy is dead. Next turn, because the environment happens first, he's not going to survive. In fact, we can actually make that better. So first, I'm going to pop him, so no more bonus. actually, to try and deny the spawn, we're just going to do that. And I think we're good. What's going to happen is he's going to try and attack this, but he's going to get drowned. He's going to attack a dead space. Oh, I'm sorry, he's not attacking. There we go. And now when the guy tries to emerge, we deny. And like I said, whenever possible, you want to try and deny the spawns, or you will be overwhelmed. I mean, look at this. There's no way I'm going to be able to fight all these guys. So how do we want to do this? I'm going to move him over here. Knock him into the water. Now this guy is dead. When the water rises up, it's going to destroy that spawn, so we're good. Alright, I think we're good to go. So really only 2 enemies are going to pop up here. And our mechs can survive in the water. So what we're going to do is I'm going to knock him back, destroy the mountain, and push him in the water. And we're good. No more enemies. And we survived. Oh, he got promoted too. There we go. So once you do enough missions on the map, usually it's enough to unlock every tile. But if you just do normal missions and don't unlock them, you will eventually still get the seismic activity for the boss. So in that case, for the long run or the persistent element of Into the Breach, it would have been better for me to keep going forward here and do harder missions. Because now we have a boss. And every island will end with a quote-unquote boss fight. We're now given a leader. So they're immune to water, even if he wasn't flying. So that's great. And look how much damage he does. He can basically do 6 points of damage. And look at that health. So if we're going to beat him, we'll need to play things smart. And I can also have him attack his friends, if we're able. Now, I would like these guys to hopefully come down here so I can knock them in the water. Alright. And again, we also want to bait the Vec to attack our mechs. Because we can dodge with our mechs, buildings can't. Alright. Oh god. Yeah, we can't let that happen. So he goes in there. He's going to be attacking that. Alright, this should work. Push him down there. And what I'm going to do is I am going to deny the spawn. Again, knockback and spawn denial are critical parts of Into the Breach. Alright, so... Uh-oh. Alright, so this is actually good for me. In theory. Alright. I push him over there, he takes another point of damage. let's try this. I can maybe kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh no. Because of that armor. Alright. This guy needs to die. You're dead. What's the attack order? He's gonna go first. The question is, what's more important? Do I kill this unit, or do I prevent the spawn of another? Let's see, that becomes 3. It's as broad as it is long, I think. But this way, I'm not taking 1 point of mech damage, because he's going to kill him. And again, because of the attack order, he gets priority. And we get a level up. Ooh. Oh, God. Alright, this is bad. Let's see, how are we going to play around this? Move him down. You cannot fire while you're in the water, too. That building's gonna take a hit no matter what I do, I think. Doesn't even matter, I can't block it either. Alright. That saves that. I can at least stop him from attacking both. And kill this. This is the last turn. As long as we can survive this, we're good. Oh, God. Alright. That protects the building. This protects that. And that protects him. We didn't destroy the boss, unfortunately. But we kept our buildings alive. Got another promotion. Now we can spend our reputation. We can unlock new passives, new items. Now the items themselves, or the weapons, can be class specific, which means that will cost additional power to use them on a non-class character. Huh. That's nice. Get a spear. So I can donate coral, because we're not really using the AI anymore. I want to buy a targeted strike. That sounds pretty nice. And we're going to buy 2 reactor cores. Once you leave an island, your reputation goes away. Now, to beat the game, we need to beat at least 2 of the 4 islands. That will unlock the final battle, but things will scale based on how many islands we've done. So basically, now we go to Island 2. Whatever our second island's going to be, the enemies will be scaled towards that. And then once we go to the third island, that will be scaled towards 3, 4 to 4, and you get the picture. So I'm liking the game. I think there's a lot of potential for additional content and growth. But again, it runs into that similar problem that FTL had. That this is built on a very polarized feedback loop. Again, if you're leaving an island with very little power, you're in deep trouble. Likewise, if you're not getting the power or the reactor cores you need to power up, as you can see here, you're also going to be in trouble. So, I mean, we can boost him up. Give him an airstrike. And there's a lot of the game that's really about that persistent pre-playing, similar to FTL, where if you didn't get the right gear or the right upgrades, you weren't going to beat the boss. In this game, it's more or less, if you're not having a good enough campaign in terms of keeping things alive and keeping bonuses going, there's not much you can do. And there are going to be missions where you are going to take power grid damage, and literally you couldn't do anything to stop it. Either the Vex spread out too much, they spawned too many, or your characters were just not in a position to defend against it. And it can be annoying to play like that. But of course, because of the RNG on that side of things and the persistent elements, there are people who have probably already been in this game many times over on hard difficulty. Just like with FTL. And things can swing very wildly depending upon what your luck is going to be. So, what do we want to give? We could do a dash. Oh, and as you get through the campaigns, the Vec will start doing more damage. Let's see. And these upgrades are based on what weapon you have equipped. I really like the dash for that extra bit of utility. And I'm going to give... I'll give him 1+ move. For right now. And then I can move that down to here as we get more. And also, each island also has unique objectives as well that you'll see. So as you can see, we have an extra hard mission right here. And I think that will be our stop point. Because a campaign can run fairly long. Oh boy. This is going to be a pain. We have flying ones. We have alphas, which do even more damage. So I need to protect that lab. Oh, good. This guy creates bombs. That's perfect. Alright, and then artillery's here. This is going to be a painful mission, folks. Ugh. Alright. How in the heck are we going to do this? Alright. Move him up. That stops him from attacking that. But at the same time, basically we have 1, 2, 3 main threats. Hope this works. Alright. Knock you out here. That stops that from happening. That does that. Well, that's good. Well, unfortunately, now we have 4 enemies on the field for this next turn. Oh, good. Health booster. Oh, God. These damn globbers. Alright. He can attack him. I can't stop it all. That's the problem. Oh, that's an alpha scarab too. I wonder why he has so much health. Alright. That stops that. I think I'm just going to defend here. Yeah, there's not much I can do. So even if I kill him, he's still going to attack. We have 2 alphas. That's just horrible for us. The hit. Stop that. Alright, this time I can do this. Goodness. Kills him. That will do damage to him. And we're not going to get the 2 stars. And again, that's the issue with Into the Breach. That once you start losing, it's very hard, once again like in FTL, to right that sinking ship. Oh, that's a new guy. Peachy. Oh boy. How are we going to do this? Alright. Oh good, he only has 1 health. That makes things a lot easier. Alright. You over here. Pop that. Oh. That's not gonna work. Oh wait, we have this. Nice. And mission accomplished. The good news is we got the power core, which means I can upgrade somebody else. Give him 2 points. Yeah, let's do it. So now his attacks will now do 2 instead of 1. I mean, he can pop those Cylon things a lot easier. But I think that's more than enough because we're getting a little bit late into this play, and if I want to do a whole campaign, it'll probably be like an hour or so. So like I said, I like Into the Breach. If you're not annoyed by that kind of bad luck that you can have in a game like FTL, definitely check this one out. And like I said, this could be another really solid foundation for continued content if the game does well. Adding in more biomes, more mechs, and even just more Vex and possible events that can pop up. So like, I accidentally exited out the game. 1 second there. While I'm pulling it back up, the different mech or your different armies, hopefully the game will load up pretty quickly after I exited there, offer different strategies. And that I can't stress enough. It's not just you can just use knockback easily. For instance, the Blitzkrieg are meant around you can have a chain whip attack, and you can also have characters who do more with pushing and pulling. Another squad makes use of lightning, there's heavy attackers, stuff like that. And you even can do random squads, as in the game will pick it for you, or you actually just pick 3 different mechs from any faction, and then you can just play like that. So the game definitely has legs if they can keep supporting it and if it does well. But I'm curious what you guys think after playing it. So, thanks for watching our first look here. If you want to see more of it on the channel, let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, check back for daily discussions on game design here and on Game Wisdom, where we examine the art and science of games. Until next time, have a great night. Before we get to the credits, just a quick shout out and thank you to the supporters over on patreon.com/GWBycer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check back around 10 Eastern for regular streaming. If you'd like to suggest games for me to cover or topics to talk about, let me know in the comments below. For a collection of my writings as well as weekly podcasts on design, check out game-wisdom.com. To support the Game Wisdom Patreon, you can find us on there on patreon.com/GWBycer. $1 will get you into our private Discord channel where we talk game topics and more. $5 will get you voting privileges for any major event, including the Saturday Night Grab Bag, Patreon-funded goals, and more. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoy more videos here on the Game Wisdom YouTube channel.